All right, my friends, welcome back to Frogboy X1 Gaming. I'm Andrew, and today we are going to do the shootout for the Fanatec DD Pro and the Thrustmaster T598 on EA Sports WRC. We are going to crown the champion for this, but one disclaimer that I have to make. I thought that I had my settings the exact same on the Thrustmaster that I did on the Fanatec. I was trying to go for just out of the box settings. I totally forgot that it saves your settings as the different wheels. I kind of just, when I looked at the Fanatec, I saw that everything was right at 100, so I kind of just assumed that was the same way with the Thrustmaster. I did, however, I am leaving that footage in here. I'm just warning you right now that the Thrustmaster in-game settings are definitely skewed more to try to make the wheel, feel a little better. But I did do a whole nother track in the video, won't be cut out, where the settings are the exact same. I set everything back at 100, and the overall experience didn't change drastically to a point where it was like, it didn't feel like it was an unfair comparison. There is a direct winner out of this, but I would hope that you would watch throughout the whole thing and kind of just, maybe listen to what I say, and take everything, if you're really in the market to buy either one of these wheels, you're probably going to want to watch this video so that you kind of hear everything throughout, so that you can make a better informed decision. That's all that this video is for, to try to show you which one is best. I do not have any links for Thrustmaster in the description, but I am an affiliate with Fanatec, so if you do decide to pick up any Fanatec gear after watching this video, it would be awesome if you would use that link to support the channel. That would be awesome. And I do have an Amazon link in there as well for like Thrustmaster gear. If you decide to buy something from Amazon, that is the only way that I'm an affiliate with them. So it's not like I'm going out of my way to try to oversell you on either one of these products. I think they are both incredible entry-level direct drive wheelbases that can be used on console and PC across the board. So I'm gonna leave you guys with this video, and man, this was interesting. This was pretty cool. So we'll go ahead and finish this video. All right, so we are set up. We are going to be doing the Fanatec test first. We are doing this one on EA Sports WRC. We are using the Fanatec DD Pro PlayStation Edition. We have the Clubsport V2 hub with the R330 rim on the Fanatec. So this is basically the rally setup that I have for this. So we are going to go ahead and we're going to jump into a time trial with this setup, and we're going to do a couple of them first. We're going to do the Malwa rally here in Kenya with the WRC car, just because this track has a lot of unstable road surfaces. So we're going to be doing this one so that we can get a sense of how the game is. Now, my Fanatec DD Pro is set to S1, which is pretty much the only thing that I change on this. Actually, probably should go into options real quick. Controls, primary device. Let's just calibrate. And then we'll go from okay, so now we have all of that. Continue. All right, so let me see something, because it's kind of filling a, so there we go. Now let's go ahead and start the rally, and then we'll be doing the same thing for the Thrustmaster T598 as well. So you can feel like the bumps and everything like really good on this track. That's why I chose this, so that we can get like a good sense of how the force feedback kind of feels on this game right here. Because as you'll know, like I've got my wheel kind of, so all the in-game settings are going to stay the same. The wheel does feel a little bit heavier this way. I wanted to kind of have that as like a baseline for the in-game settings, and like the average, just these are literally just the settings for the Fanatec are literally just the auto settings. The only thing that's changed is the wheel rotation. When I use the S1, that's the only thing that changes, because you can't change that in the auto setting. So that's the only one that I would use for that. So basically it's whatever, you know, the Fanatec settings are for this race. So basically is what this feels like. And the reason why I chose EA Sports WRC is because the force feedback that you get from the Fanatec is like incredible. Like no matter what, like this just feels good. You can be super fast. The overall experience just feels like really good. The steering is nice and tight. The bumps and everything like that, the vibration feelings, like this feels very convincing as an overall experience for rally racing. Like you can really expect to get some good feedback out of the 8 Nm boost kit on the Fanatec DD Pro. Like the bumps feel good. The when you're turning around the corners and stuff, the overall vibrations and stuff that you get feel pretty dang convincing. When you're driving over across the grounds and stuff, like this track is just one of the ones that like really feel very nice. When you're out here driving on the Fanatec DD Pro, the steering literally feels 1-to-1. You get a very good experience out of this Fanatec DD Pro. Like this is an incredible freaking wheel setup for this game. Like the 330 rim for rally racing is literally perfect in my opinion, and close to what you should, you know, honestly aim for. For a rally experience is something a little bit bigger, nice big round wheel. That'll help you have a little bit better overall steering and everything from your car. And the ability to just kind of pay attention and stay on track is so much easier, so much nicer. Like it's almost like the Fanatec feels so good on this game that you forget that like anything else matters, and you're just like, you literally feel one with your car. That's like one of the things that I absolutely love about this. Very addicting experience, and easily able to put multiple hours on a game like EA Sports WRC with this wheel setup. It really just feels that dang incredible, to the point where you really, oh shoot, like that bump felt very strong. And this is like one of the tracks with a lot of bumps. The roads are very unstable. I liken this one to like the Turkey stages on the WRC games. Just very aggressive stage, very aggressive, like a lot of areas for fast driving, some really good straightaways, some really sharp left-hand turns and stuff. You have a pretty good variety, some nice hills and stuff, very unstable ground. This is the stage, honestly, for like, yeah man, let's go see how good or how hard our wheel setup hits. And like the Fanatec honestly does not disappoint whatsoever at this stage. Like I could easily recommend this experience and 100% say, yeah, this is worth every freaking penny I spent on it for this freaking game alone. That's the thing. It's like, woo, this is absolutely incredible. Like you can be fast, you can be efficient on this, and it's very good. I would say so far right now, you know, out of, you know, between this one and like the TGT2, the Fanatec feels very good on this right here. compared to what the TGT2 feels like. The TGT2 feels pretty dang good, and then we'll get into the T598 when we're actually behind the wheel, and we'll see how close it compares to this experience, because right now this is feeling pretty dang good with this game right here. Like, you get a nice good feeling when you're sliding. Very, very nice when you're sliding. Oh, let's see. I think this is a... See, I've driven this track enough to know now that I can kind of like remember where the freaking track goes. Kind of. Oh no, bushes everywhere. These bushes are steel bushes too, so be very, very careful. I have to get good on a stage before I can, you know, start doing like comparison videos and stuff. So this one here is pretty freaking rock solid in terms of being able to drive on this. Now, obviously the video footage is going to be a little bit wonky, just due to the fact that like okay, so there's that stage. We're going to hurry up and do another one just really quick, and then we'll do the same two on the Fanatec, or on the Thrustmaster T598 time trial, and then we're gonna do 80th Poland. I've been liking this number 7. This one's pretty good, so we're gonna use the same. Oh no, I think we used a different car this time. Whatever, that doesn't matter. I mean, it does, but it doesn't. We'll use the same cars. Okay.
1 right, 160. Good luck. 5, 4, 3.
And then we'll talk about this one. This one's a little bit smoother of a track, so.
160. 5 right, 50. Slowly crest, leaves 2 left.
But you still get like that freaking great feeling on here.
And left of the crest, 80.
Would freaking get rid of that car in front of us, but
Slight left to 5 right short of a crest into 6 left and right of a crest 130. 6 right slowly.
there's no reason for that. Like, we're not shooting for like a time right now. We're shooting for like feeling and how the car feels sliding across like a smoother ground, and it feels awesome on this wheel setup. Like, it feels very, very good. Like when you go through the bumps and you can feel like the cars, you know, like the weight of the transfer and everything like that feels very good on the Fanatec. Nice weight distribution, everything like that. You just kind of feel everything that your car is doing when you go around these turns and stuff. You actually have a really good sense of where the car's going and what everything is, what's happening as you're moving and stuff. Like, you feel really connected to the car, to the road. Like, it feels very good, almost, ooh. Like, it definitely feels much better than you would think for a freaking rally game. That's like one of the good things about Fanny Boy is, man, he is awesome. Definitely incredible. Oh boy. I mean, we'll find out immediately after using this wheel and then going straight over to the T598 for the same test. Like, we'll know immediately like how good that translates to the experience, you know, if we can do that. And I mean, we're pretty much at a like for like. I mean, our wheel rim with the T598 is 32 millimeters, where this is 33, but that shouldn't matter a whole lot. I've been known to be pretty good with the other one as well. So yeah, see, when I'm going through these like bumps and dips and all of that stuff, like, I can feel like each tire, you know, like if I'm going through on the left side, I can feel that left side pull in. If I'm going in on the right side, I can feel the right side kind of pull in, you know, kind of, yeah. So it feels good. Like, you feel the pneumatic pressure of your shocks and how your car is kind of just weaving which way it's going. Like, that feels very, very good. You feel these jumps and bumps and all of that stuff, and it just feels natural. It feels 100% connected to what is going on with the game as you're moving through this course. So you're getting a good enough feeling to where you can feel 100% confident in what your car is doing. Like, it feels pretty dang awesome. Hairpin. Whoa, that bush of steel. You get like into these beautiful trees and stuff. This road, this game just feels absolutely incredible. Like, you can literally feel all of this, and it just feels incredible. The Fanny Boy is definitely a very tough competitor for these games, for these rally games. There was a time, it wasn't always that way for me. But yeah. Like, this just feels incredible, the way Fanatec feels across the game. But obviously Fanatec is the more expensive option. This will set up right now without even buying any premium pedals for this. This cost me like $13.41 or 13. Well, no, because the base with everything, you know, the GT7 8Nm was like $9.41, and then you add another $4.41 onto that. It's like $13.80 or something that I've spent just on the Fanatec setup to get this. So yeah, definitely worth every penny. I don't regret that. You obviously, if Fanatec is your thing, you can easily just buy the GT wheelbase, but put the pedals in your car and then pick a different wheel rim and maybe spend a little bit more. I could have saved like a couple $100 on this exact same setup that I'm using right now for this, had I just pieced the bundle together myself instead of buying the GT one. So, all right, guys, that is the Fanatec setup. What we just experienced is incredible feeling when it comes to the overall, incredible feeling when it comes to knowing where your car is on the track, feeling all the bumps and dips, feeling like you've got good steering, good handling. Like, I never once felt like I was at a disadvantage for what the game was actually doing. I felt 1-to-1. It felt perfect. Really good sensations overall in how the overall driving experience feels. The wheel rim absolutely feels incredible. It's nice and smooth. Very robust experience with the DD Pro on the on EA Sports WRC. So yes, this is absolutely a definite, like, yeah, you could easily buy this and fully enjoy this experience on the Fanatec DD Pro. Plug and play, just using the settings. Obviously, if we get into and let me just show you the settings that are for the game. So let's quit that real quick. I should have showed you that closer, but this is fine. We'll go in here and then let's just go into time trial. We got to do this just to get into the oh my gosh, we just want that car. So we got to get in here just to get into the settings real quick. Actually, I probably could have went to like the customization or something, but we'll do it this way. Get in here really quick. So let me just show you the settings. These will be the exact same settings across both. So my settings for vibration are gonna just be set right here at 100. There's nothing else going on. Self-aligning torque, everything is just set to 100 for this. That is default setups and easy to just get in there and play around with. So that's for the Fanatec setup. The Fanatec setup obviously just feels incredible. So we're gonna go ahead and jump on over to the T598 for the rest of this test. All right, guys, we are back with the Thrustmaster T598 for this Fanatec versus the Thrustmaster settings. So as what we're doing is we're on the Thrustmaster T598 base. We are using the Wheel Stand Lite 2.0 from Next Level Racing. On the Fanatec, we were on the FGT Cockpit. We are using the EVO. We're using the EVO racing rim, which is 32 millimeters. It is 1 millimeter smaller than the R330 that we were using on the Fanatec DD Pro. This is a separate purchase. Both of the wheels are separate purchases. The T598 base comes in at $499. The other one, the Fanatec DD Pro, comes in at $799, I believe, for the GT DD Pro 8 Newton meter version that I have. So technically, this isn't like a super fair test or anything, but we're gonna go ahead and jump into the same race that we went with first, which was the Kenya. And then we did the Malawa dry with the hybrid. I think we did the white one on the first one. Oh, I gotta understand that. Nobody needed you right now. Okay, so we should be, yeah, we'll just go ahead and get in here. Like I said, all the settings are gonna be the exact same. I haven't done anything to the in-game settings. These are running at the stock settings for the T598 as well, so that we can just get in there and see how this, I can already tell you that the wheel itself doesn't feel as tight as it did on the Fanatec. So we're gonna have a little bit looser steering on this one for sure. Yeah, definitely looser. But you can increase that by increasing the spring, but we're just using this right at 100 so that we can get a fair, like a fair comparison. I think you'd probably have to go to like 125 to max that out. Now, the overall force feedback does feel fainter, but it does feel consistent with the experience that you would be getting from the Fanatec. That obviously feels a lot stronger with the vibrations, a lot stronger with the bumps and all of that stuff. When it comes to that wheelbase, you're not on this one here. You're getting a lot. It's nowhere near as overpowering as you're feeling on that one. So that's why I say that this game here offers the best in terms of being able to actually represent like what each wheelbase can do, and the experience that you can expect to get out of these. Now, I mean, you potentially could crank this up more, but like when you're right at 100 and your settings are the exact same across both of these wheelbases, it's telling just how much more powerful the Fanatec is going to feel in a like-for-like situation on this particular game. So my money, honestly, guys, for the extra money that you're paying for the Fanatec over the Thrustmaster T598 for this specific experience, definitely there is a correlation in, oh shoot, there's a definite correlation in terms of the overall power versus what you're getting. You are getting more power, and you are getting, you know, an overall stronger feeling experience out of that for the extra money. But when you take that and you look at what you're getting for the Thrustmaster at like an entry level direct drive wheelbase that feels pretty dang good on the overall experience for what you're getting out of this, like this is no slouch either compared to the overall, you know, price wise. Like I think it is a pretty linear experience, to be completely honest with you. Once you start getting into direct drive wheels, like they really do live and die on their Newton meter. Like usually the price range, I'm not even joking, but like the price usually does kind of correlate to the overall experience. It is pretty crazy. But when you're dealing with both Thrustmaster, Fanatec, you're getting these extra proprietary you're getting these extra proprietary experiences that both of these companies will build into these overall wheelbases to enhance the experience above and beyond what most of your just standard stock wheelbases are going to be able to do for you. You're going to get that extra, you know, that extra vibration, haptic motor feedback stuff from these. You're going to get, like, you know, overshoot capacity with the Thrustmaster. You're going to get gear jolt, all of that kind of stuff. On Fanatec, you know, on games, you're going to get like the, you know, the extra drag on the wheel, like when you're turning, when you're stopped and stuff. You just get, oh dang, I was not able to hold that together. I don't think I held it together last time either. But yeah, so like this track right here being as unstable as it is on both of these wheelbases, like they both feel good, but this one here definitely has like a weaker overall like feeling out of the gate compared to the Fanatec DD Pro. Even at just stock settings, it's absolutely bananas. And you can easily adjust the Fanatec and the Thrustmaster to give you more of a like, you can absolutely lighten up your steering on the Fanatec, and you can definitely make that steering heavier, like an out of the gate experience. Obviously, when I was playing around with the Thrustmaster and not using like the Fanatec, you know, I was 100% satisfied with my experience on this game with the Thrustmaster. So that just goes to show you, I kind of do like I actually do kind of prefer my steering to be just a little bit looser like it is on the T598, whereas the Fanatec, I always kind of feel like the Fanatec feels like cheating because it feels so dang good. What the heck, I didn't even try to stop for that one. Like, you just get like this sense of like, oh man, the car, you know exactly what it's doing, where on this one here, you feel connected to the car, but I mean, that Fanatec, you really feel connected to this car in this game. Like, you really do. Like, I was chit-chatting through that whole rally on the Fanatec, and I did that one first, and now I'm doing this one, and seriously, I just, I don't think I've made as many mistakes. I did not make as many mistakes. Volume levels, everything, still the exact same. So yeah, I would have to give this one overall to the Fanatec. The Fanatec is just the nicer experience. Like, you feel a lot more connected to your car than you do on this one. Whoa, sheesh. I mean, the overall feelings and everything feel pretty dang good. Like the bumps and all of that stuff, like that all feels pretty decent on here. Like when you're jumping and you're going into dips and stuff, like you can feel which tires are going where. Like that right there going into that little dip, I could feel that my right tires were actually making a different movement than what my left tires were going off this bump. Yeah, so you still feel it. It's just not as pronounced as it is over on the Fanatec. Whereas on the T598, like, you're getting good feeling, you're getting good sensations and all of that stuff. But that Fanatec, like, I don't know, man. Like, it does pretty good, my friends. It does pretty good. So let's go ahead and jump out of this one and let's go on over to Poland. I love these new Poland stages. I think they are absolutely incredible. If you haven't bought the new update for this, make sure you buy it and give these tracks a try, because they are absolutely incredible. The way they feel on here. And then this one here, we're going with the blue Ford because that's what we did on the last one. So I just want you guys to have the best information that you can, because obviously the Fanatec is a little bit more money. Like, you're going to save a minimum of $200 to $300. You're going to save $300 getting this setup with this wheel, as opposed to with the Fanatec. So what we need to do is find out, is the Fanatec really worth the extra $300 at the end of the day? Like, when everything is all said and done, does the Fanatec actually provide that much of an upgrade over what the T598 does? And I don't know if I'm willing to say that. I don't know if I can say that, because now that we're on this track, this is more of a flatter surface and it feels a lot smoother and stuff like that. Whereas, you know, on this one here, you're still getting just as good of a feeling on the Thrustmaster as you were on that wheel. I feel like the speed and the sensations that you're getting, like that guy took a little bit longer to pass me on this one. Ooh boy. I really don't want to be staring at his little booty all the way. But like the overall feeling that you get on this compared to the way the Fanatec was feeling with that tighter the wheel, the little bit heavier wheel and stuff, you know, and that directly correlates to like having like the more power right there at your fingertips because of the boost kit. If it was the 5 Newton meter version, I think it'd be pretty dang close, because the overshoot, oh shoot, the overshoot on this one is not going to kick in until you're actually doing something to where the overshoot's going to do that. So you're definitely getting the more constant 5 Newton meters as you're driving through here. But then once you get to the point where you actually get that overshoot, like a jump like that right there, when you can actually feel it kind of come through the wheel and stuff with that extra power, then it feels more like you do get that power that you're feeling from the Fanatec, but it's just not as constant as the Fanatec does. So I don't know, like it's definitely a personal preference of how you want your rally games to feel. But I'll tell you right now, honestly, if I was to throw on the Fanatec, I would probably end up lowering that spring to get a little bit looser steering, so like this, but the overall power and everything would the power delivery would probably stay the same. Like I would not turn down the peak or anything like that. I would still be rocking that at full power. So that's the one thing I do like, the looser steering of the Thrustmaster out of the gate. But I would end up maybe trying to crank up the overall feelings just a little bit, because you know it does. Actually, no, I wouldn't. Like this actually feels pretty dang good. Like it is good enough to get the job done. So that's the thing that, like, once you get used to it, like you would know how this feels, and you would know how the car is feeling. I think if anything, you would maybe end up tightening up the steering. Maybe you'd end up tightening up the steering on this a little bit, because that Fanatec is definitely a lot tighter in terms of like the overall steering and stuff. Like it does feel a little bit tighter. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know how to feel about it. Like I know that these are both incredible experiences, and either one of them is 100% going to get you where you need to be when it comes to sim racing on these types of games. Like I love rally games, and being able to get, oh shoot, slowed down a little bit too soon for that one. But I love rally games, and the way that these feel, I mean, obviously you saw how much better I was on the Fanatec. Like clearly that Fanatec feels more freaking glued to the road and stuff. Like you're 100% there. Like the looseness of this wheel has thrown me off. Had it been the opposite, where I was driving this first, it would have been a different story, guys. It would have been a different story. Like I would have been probably better on this than I was on that now, and vice versa. If I probably tried to go back to the Fanatec, you know, with the tighter steering and stuff, it would probably be a little bit. I'll actually put the steering to 125. I'll do one more track on this. I'll put it to 125 and tell you guys the difference of how it feels, boosting that spring rate up a little bit so that it feels a little bit heavier. Like we'll do that just so you guys can kind of get a sense of what's going on, and if that is something that you could actually really make a difference on the overall experience, as we are 100% like going through this. Yeah, so in my opinion, I think that the Fanatec is definitely more expensive, but it obviously feels pretty damn good out of the box. And I mean, you got to understand, like the T598 is a brand new product. It is not mature just yet. I don't even think developers have actually put out patches really for the wheelbase features or anything like that. So when you look at what you're getting out of the gate, the experience is there. Like, it feels pretty dang good, and you can easily get that experience. So let's go ahead and just jump into the options real quick, and controls, and then Thrustmaster, calibrate. Oh wait, no, not calibrate. Sheesh. I didn't want to calibrate it, but I probably should have before, because I did do the edit device. Ooh, dang. Maybe I already did have all that set. Yeah, like, remember, oh, it remembers your settings. Dude, we just literally did a very unfair thing. Let's set this all at 100. Sheesh, we're gonna have to do all of these again, my friends. Dang, that sucks. Okay. Restart. We'll restart this one. Dang it, man. I need to start checking that stuff, because that really sucks. That's like 16 minutes of video. I'll do like a little cut in between that and tell you guys. See, because this already feels different just with those settings changed. Like, I am trying to go a little bit faster too, but like, just having it at 100 kind of, you know, makes the experience feel like, I really promise you guys I wasn't trying to cheat the settings. So I'll put this part of the video in there first. Or no. Oh, man. The overall, yeah, so this right here feels pretty dang good, actually. It actually, believe it or not, feels a little bit more consistent with the overall other experience. And the feedback actually feels still just as strong, to be completely honest with you. I mean, yeah, honestly, seeing that, where those settings were even more played with, because those were the settings I was playing it with, and that felt like really good before. Like, the ghost that's in front of us wasn't from this wheel. That was the ghost that was on there. So I mean, obviously I can be fast on this wheel, but at the same time, you're like, what the freak, man? What is going on with the feelings, man? I'm telling you, that Fanatec definitely feels pretty dang good compared to this wheelbase. Just at the auto settings on that bad boy, yeah. It would be, for me, honestly, guys, after feeling the Fanatec versus this, I'm not going to sit here and try to tell you that I wouldn't feel justified buying the Fanatec over the Thrustmaster T598, because I would. That feeling felt incredible. Like, it felt one-to-one. I felt very connected with my car. I feel very connected with this too, but at the same time, that one there, like, clearly you saw it, like, we didn't really make any mistakes at all. Like, it just felt nice and smooth. Like not even that turn did I mess up. So it's like one of those things where, like, yeah, obviously that Fanatec feels pretty dang good. So it might actually be worth your time and your investment to get the Fanatec. But if you're like, but see, here's the thing. Like, obviously the Fanatec's worth the money. Clearly they're like one of the top brands out there. Obviously they're worth it, and I love mine. But the thing is you can save a lot of money and get a pretty dang good experience compared to that. Like, this is definitely no slouch in terms of how it feels and the quality of the experience. Like, this is very, very good without even being natively supported on this game. So this wheel has potential to be better once it starts getting supported by the developers. And seeing as EA Sports WRC is a live service game, you can bet your bottom dollar that this wheelbase will get supported for it with better overall feeling over the coming weeks and months and stuff as like new patches roll out for it. You can 100% expect that Thrustmaster's little proprietary stuff will be supported in this. So yeah, I'm gonna leave the video as it was. I will kind of, you know, I did not go out of my way to try to do that, but I should have checked it because I didn't really realize that it was saving each preset for the game. The settings on the wheel are definitely something that, you know, to tell you the truth, this actually feels pretty good just like this. I learn as I go, I learn as I go. Trust me, I'm not trying to be deceitful or anything. Even with the settings skewed to like make the T598 feel better or whatever, like it's still just, yeah, like the Fanatec is still definitely one on this. Like it is pretty comparable for the most part in terms of all the other feedback and stuff, like the bumps and granular feeling and stuff like that. Like it does feel pretty dang close. But overall, like the Fanatec just really overpowered this one for this game with just the out-of-the-box settings on the auto settings for the Fanatec with nothing else being played with at all. Those were the settings for that. So, all right, my friends. Yeah. So overall, the experience that you're getting from the Fanatec DD Pro versus the T598 on a game like EA Sports WRC, and this is pretty much transcendent across the whole experience from what I've experienced, both owning the Fanatec DD Pro and then utilizing the T598 in a multitude of games that I actually have for these platforms, for PC, for PlayStation or whatever. The experience is pretty linear. When I get on the Fanatec, it really does kind of feel like a lot more power, whereas there are times with the T598 that overshoot capacity will actually meet or even kind of exceed the way it feels on the Fanatec, but those are short bursts. They are not freaking something that you're going to be feeling throughout the whole experience. So overall, the Fanatec is always going to feel more powerful, and the T598 is going to feel more like in its price class. Like this is a $500 wheelbase compared to a $700 wheelbase, or what is it, $599 or $699? It's like a couple $100 more for the Fanatec experience. And when you take that into consideration, like obviously you're paying more money, you're getting more overall power and feeling. And yes, absolutely, it's definitely worth it. I don't necessarily think you need more than the Fanatec DD Pro with the 8 Newton meters. I don't necessarily think you need more than that, but it is a very, very good, they're both a very good place to start. And that's basically where I'm at with it. I like both of them. I have zero issues using the T598 and buying like a $300 wheel rim for it to enhance the experience even more. Either way, you're going to get a good enough experience to where you're like, yeah, you're going to enjoy this. This thing isn't going in your closet. You're not going to just fold it up and put it in your closet and never want to use it. You're going to actively want to use this. It is a premium feeling experience. Like it is fun. It feels great. It is incredible, as is the Fanatec. Neither one of these are going in your closet. If you're investing the money into these wheelbases, you're going to get your money's worth. So, all right, my friends, if you like this content, do not forget to like and subscribe. I've got a long day of editing ahead of me, so we'll see you in the next one.